هو الذي أرسل رسوله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون. He is the one that has sent his messenger with the guidance and the deen al-haq. We have now become comfortable in not playing our individual roles in society. Men and women both. In the community, within our households. We, and I say we, I'm speaking and addressing my beloved brothers in this moment. And I question all the time, where are the men these days? Where are they? It's like they've vanished, gone. In every aspect. As far as in mannerisms, as far as in thinking before they speak, as far as not speaking so much, but rather their actions are more than their speech in most cases. Very emotional and sensitive, not being listening in order to what? Listen in order to hear, not to always rebuttal and respond, which is another feminine quality that a lot of men have adopted. Just listening and being quiet, not always just to always give an answer and reply back to. All these are things that are now, which are considered manly, are vanishing, gone. Where are the real men? And I'm not just talking about the men with the name, the real men. Why are women working harder than us in worldly affairs and religious affairs? Some of us brothers, some of us have become too comfortable with our women having more than us financially. And no, we don't want to have a community of impoverished, undereducated people. That's not where I'm going with it. However, and I'm going to say this frankly and explicitly, it's not okay to pimp your wife in society so you can live lavishly and play boss with the next woman, knowing that you're living off your wife, driving around in her car, spending her money on another woman. Where are the men? Where's the jealousy for what? For ones, women and their families. We know that in the authentic sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, which comes in the authentic sunnah in the Nasa'i, on the authority of Abdullah ibn Umar, ثلاثة لا ينظر الله إليهم يوم القيامة العاق لوالديه والمرأة المترجلة والديوث وفي رواية الذي يقر في أهله الخبث. 3 who Allah will not look to on the day of resurrection. A disrespectful, undutiful child to his parents. And a woman that imitates men. A woman is mutarajjila. She has movements, speech, mannerisms, characteristics of a man. And the message of Allah himself said it. A dayuth, a pimp. The message of Allah said it. A pimp, a dayuth. In another narration it says an undutiful, disrespectful child to his parents, and the one who's addicted to intoxicants, and the one who always reminded people of the favors of which he has given. These are the affairs of what we're speaking about now. So it's not okay, as we was mentioning, that you now become a pimp or pimp your wife so you can live lavishly while you play boss with the next woman. As if you're the man holding it down. Yeah, I'll hold it down. No realizing the other woman's not realizing the wealth comes from the first wife. That she's the one providing him, holding him down. And I'm saying this because I'm tired of brothers lying. Not being truthful. Coming to me, oh yeah, I pay all the bills. I don't even know why she's talking like that, why she acting like that. And then I find out the brother's lying. Lying to my face. And I'm no one. You should be fearing your Lord. So these are the affairs we're speaking about. And then you have the opposite side of the extreme. and which we'll talk about in another khutbah, the opposite side of the extreme. Brothers who fully financially stabilize their families, which necessitates for him to be a tyrant in his house, which is another extreme. So they just go from one extreme to another extreme. Think they can speak to their wife in any which way? You have to be submissive to me because I provide everything and pay all the bills, which does not necessitate for you to be a tyrant in your house and talk to your wife in any which way you feel. That's not from the religion. You know that. The problem is instabilities, imbalances. We just go from one extreme to the next. No moderation. So this is not where we're going with it. We're asking these questions, and I'm asking for all of them. So now we're not going to go to the opposite side of the extreme, with the first extreme we just mentioned. To the point in these days and times we become okay with our wives wearing makeup outside. Fitted abayas, tight fitted abayas outside. We're now going to that extreme. Not caring that my wife got work done and then they want to brag about it on social media. Makeup on. See, my wife now, she see this figure she got now. That's mine's. Yahi. Really? Taking her abaya off. And I've heard the stories of women removing as if when you travel, it's time to stop practicing Islam when they travel. Taking her abaya off to travel just because she keeps you in labels with her credit cards. So I don't mind it. She holds me down. She could do what she wants. Oh men, since when has it been okay to become a woman's liability? Ask these questions. When has it become okay to be a woman's liability? These are all go against these ayat and these authentic texts. Brother, are we being real crafty? And this is another game I see play with a lot of women and a lot of brothers. See, brothers will come in and they'll listen to a woman, right? They'll listen to her, being real crafty, finding out what is her insecurities, so I can capitalize. What is she insecure about? Let me listen. And being her partner in crime. What's the crime? Aiding her in displeasing Allah so you can be comfortable? That's a true crime. And what kind of love is that? Sisters, no man should be comfortable with not being able to take care of you. You should see within him, like, it really stresses me out that you have to help me. A man never, ever, ever, even if he's forced in certain situations, never should feel comfortable that his wife is holding him down, except in certain circumstances when she has to, where it tells you she's a good woman. When your things get rough and when something happens, because something can happen inevitably at any given moment. You could get into a car accident, you could get sick, you could get injured on your job, but ultimately she knows you're a good man, and if you had it, you'd be taking care of her. That's why she's holding you down right now. But a man initially never, ever, ever, ever is pleased with a woman taking care of him fully to the point where he's just totally comfortable with it. And I'm like, well, she got me. These are the affairs of what we're speaking about and we're exhorting our brothers and sisters about. And this is the medicine that we also need for ourselves to now play a role or now a reason in rectifying these issues and these problems. The text in the Kitab and Sunnah is clear as the sun in the sky. However, we have to now apply Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Alhamdulillahi wahdahu. والصلاة والسلام على من لا نبي بعده وعلى آله وصحبه ومن تمسك بسنته إلى يوم الدين وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. We said, sisters, no man should be comfortable with not being able to take care of you, even if you could take care of yourself. He should work hard to try to aid you. He should be diligent in making those two jobs that you're working one. should not be okay with your young kids going from daycare and school. So they what? So the ultimate goal, or they want to now go to the daycare, go to the school, to daycare, so he can just chill while you play his role. While you play his role. Sisters, a true man will challenge you to learn your religion. That's what a true man will do. Challenge you to learn your religion. Women, you must educate yourself. There aren't any excuses. The truth is in the palm of our hands. The things you do to please a man who's displeasing to Allah. And you find that a lot of people do this. Carrying out affairs to a man who's displeasing to Allah. If he finds contentment in his heart to not to attend Jumu'ah, if he finds contentment in his heart with you, paying his bills, working harder than him, if he plays now, as they say, the disobedient game, because I've heard brothers do this, the disobedient game, when he's not providing anything, the disobedient game, I call it. What do we mean by that? Meaning that your independence is good when it pays for my Gucci and my Prada. But when you have to give sadaqah to the masjid or to help your mother or in affairs like that, oh, you being disobedient. Sisters, this is not correct. I need my sisters to look for quality husbands. Quality husbands. What do I mean by a quality husband? A man that drives a nice car? And this is for my sisters and against what I'm saying, well, against what I'm saying to them now. Just because a man drives a BMW that's 2021 or 2022 doesn't mean that he's going to what? Actually give that wealth that he spends for himself to you. Doesn't mean that. I know a lot of people with a lot of wealth and they're tight-fisted. They make sure they good. But the question is, are they going to make sure you good? But we all about a facade to brag. See, this is my husband on the side. No one in the side, you're miserable with him. Because his religion displeases you. But it's all about a facade to what it seems to be happy. This is what the affairs we're speaking about. We're not talking about there's nothing wrong with having worldly things if one has it. But at the same time, he's excellent towards his family, not only monetarily, but also how he treats her. Because it's all part of the package of marriage. It's not just, oh, I provide and give her anything. I give her a $20,000 pocketbook. And then you wonder why, when she divorces you, she loves a man that has way less than you. Why? Question. Ding, 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 ding. Man, I gave her $20,000 pocketbooks. How's she all in this guy's style and love this husband now that she got? He don't have anywhere equal or close to what I have. Because he understands the hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, where you didn't apply it, which is to treat her kindly. You provided for her, but you forgot the other aspect. He now knows how. These are the affairs I'm calling all of us out on. All of us. We need to hear this medicine to penetrate our hearts, even if one gets mad at Abdul-Razzaq. So what we're saying in this regard, brothers and sisters, these are the type of disobedient games, and it's sad to say the disobedient games that people play with their spouses. So it applies here for being obedient, but here, oh, you're being disobedient. If it's for the masjid, it is for what's a good cause. But as long as I'm giving you Gucci and Prada, everything is good. That's the basis of our relationship. Dunya. Really? Sisters, this is not correct. I need my sisters, again, to look for good quality husbands. And I'm going to give you an example. Listen, this is relatively speaking, so I want everyone to comprehend what I'm about to say. And this is not what I'm condoning, but if this is the person's circumstance, where a man is doing his utmost effort, and he's doing the best that he can, and he's exhausting all avenues to make sure his family is good, even though he might not wear the most greatest of clothes. But a man, and I'm going to say this to all of us, I'd rather be walking around down the street looking okay looking, and that my wife and child, they look the best. I can live with that. And that the creation look down upon me, look at him. But I know in the back of my mind, I'm a man. My wife and my children look good. My wife looks good, my children look good, they're good. I can live with that. I have a haircut for 2 or 3 weeks, but my wife and my children are good. I feel good going to sleep at night. That's how a man should conduct himself.